All right, there is one more key that you can learn on the guitar in order to help you become a pretty well-rounded guitarist. And it is a lot different than the other chords that we've learned so far. And this is the key of E. Now, this is also one of my favorite keys to play in because it really uses all of the strings. With every chord that you play, there's never a chance where you're like, man, maybe I should just play some of these. You can always strum all of the strings, which makes it really fun to just like rock out in your bedroom late at night or whatever like that. It's really, really a fun key to play in. And after a little while, I'll teach you how to go all the way up the fretboard in the key of E. There's a lot of fun voicings that you can do with some of these chords. But for now, we're going to learn the basic chords, and we're going to start with that E major, all right? I hope you remember that your E minor is right here, right? So you've got your finger number 2 on string A, fret 2, finger number 3 on fret 2 of the D string, and then finger number 1 on first fret of the G string, and that gives you your E major chord. You hear how low and resonant that is? That's because this string right here is an E that's tuned to an E, and this high string down on the very bottom is tuned to an E, and so on the either end of it you've got E's ringing out E chord. Okay, all right. Now, your 5 chord in the key of E is an A. All right. Now we know A like this. Okay, ring finger, 2nd fret. Right, everything's on the 2nd fret. So we've got E and we've got A, E and A rather. Now is when it gets a little bit tricky, and we're going to actually, for the first time, come up the fretboard just a little bit. Okay. In fact, on your minor 6 chord, you're really going to come up the fretboard. Now, these are the chords that feel like the biggest stretch in the world for every beginner that I've ever taught. But trust me, 1 week of practicing in the key of E, and it will feel very natural to play these chords, okay? And you will learn to love them because they have these very open voicings where you get to play all the strings. This is your B chord, okay? Now, technically speaking, this is called a power chord. So if you've ever heard anybody say, oh, I like to play power chords, they're talking about this feeling right here. Finger number 1, A string, 2nd fret. Finger number 3, not finger number 2, but finger number 3 is the D string, 4th fret. So you have to skip the 3rd fret entirely, okay? Now, finger number 4 goes just beneath that. Your pinky goes just beneath your ring finger on the 4th fret on the G string, all right? Now, this is when it becomes very important that you bridge up on all of these strings as much as you can. So you want some space back there. You don't want to be doing that, or you're going to get some weird plucky sounds on the back end, all right? And that's going to take a little bit of practice because it's a long stretch, all right? All right, so that's your B chord. Okay, let's play an E and we'll get back into it again. All right, so remember your E minor is like this. Pointer finger comes back right behind it. That's E major. That's the happy one and the key that we're in. Okay, now your pointer finger is going to go where finger 2 is. 2nd fret on the A string. Finger 3, 4th fret of the D string. Finger number 4, 4th fret of the G string. Very good. Practice that a little bit. Go back and forth from E to B, or from A to B. Okay?